We stayed in the same house with my mother-in-law. I think that's the first mistake we did. She was so harsh on me. Nothing I did was good in her sight. She would actually complain over nothing. This very day, I was invited to a baby shower by my friend, so I came to her very humbly. I told her I'm done with everything in the house. I have made her breakfast, and her lunch is ready. She told me I'm not going anywhere. I waited for my husband. I told him everything. He told me he's going to talk to her. I was already tired over her behaviors. My husband talked to her. He asked her why she's always harsh on me. To my surprise, she said that I own nothing in the house. My job is to sleep. She said I'm so lazy, and that she's tired me living in this house. She said that she has already found a better wife for my husband, who will take good care of her. I told my husband the best way to solve this problem is to vacate to another house. Let's find a house we can stay. My husband said that he can't leave his mom alone in this house. If we have to leave, she has to come with us. But she's the problem. How can that be TG solution? She overheard me talking about leaving her alone. She came and made fun of me. She told me today I'm the one leaving them, because she has found the best wife for my husband. When my husband came back home, she started crying, telling my husband all sorts of lies. She said that she asked me to make her breakfast, but instead I slapped her and poured water on her. She even said I wanted to kill her. My husband was so mad at me. He came without asking what happened. He started yelling at me. He told me that my plans will not work. If I'm trying to kill her mother, I have to leave the house. I tried to explain to him, but he was so angry to listen to me. He told me to pack everything that belongs to me and leave his house. I had no choice at this point. I had to leave. That was the beginning of their problems. My mother-in-law had already arranged the meeting of my husband with his new wife, so he had nothing to worry about. 1 week later, my husband met with his new wife. He seemed to like her, and in fact he had no choice. Whether he likes her or not, he had to marry her anyway, so they didn't have much time to waste. She had to come and replace me. That was so painful for me, knowing how much I have invested in my marriage. 1 week in marriage, and a lot had already happened. The new wife is the type of a lady who never give a dump. My mother-in-law would ask her for her breakfast, but to her surprise, she said she's a wife of her son, not a maid. My mother-in-law was now either position on regrets, or maybe she thought she would change in time. Her now so-called husband came home. She talked to her about taking care of his mom. She had to cook for her. Everything she want, she has to get. But it seemed too much for the new wife. Since she had charmed my husband with her beauty, she convinced him they have to relocate. They have to live their own lives without their mother. She's strong enough to stay by herself. My husband had no choice. They left the house, leaving his mother alone, the thing he never wanted to do for me. Mother-in-law was now left alone, with no one taking care of her. Now she's regretting all she did to me. I tried my best on her that I forgot about myself, but that's what she paid me back. Who knows her fate now? My life is much better without them.